Welcome back to the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night race series. I'm Dave Gandell from T2P TV. It is a beautiful night for sailboat racing in Annapolis. And here's the first start of the night in a building southerly breeze. Odd weather all day in Annapolis. Some downpours, not much wind. But just in time for this evening's race, a big southerlies come in and the skies are clear. Here's the next start of the night, and the breeze continues to build. We probably have about 12 knots of southerly here, and a big swell coming in straight up the river from the bay. There's the starting signal, and it is hard on the wind here for this big PHRF class. Hiking will be at a premium tonight. I'm hoping all these guys are at their full complement of crew. You're going to need all the weight you can get to pin the boat down in this building southerly breeze. Next up is the J105 class, and as usual, an aggressive and competitive start. Just eyeballing it here, it appears there might be a couple approaching the line here, just a few seconds from the signal. People are really fighting to get this committee boat in. And as I look up the course, the committee boat end absolutely is favored. So there was the start, individual recall signal, so somebody was over. If you're one of these guys in the middle and you were over early, you've got a painful wait for a lane to get back to the starting line to clear yourself. And 7 J70s out this evening, a clean start for the One Design class. This class is increasingly popular and increasingly competitive here in Annapolis. Racing tonight and really thrive in this breeze is the Etchells class. Looks like about a dozen of them out this evening. This has been very competitive throughout the season, and we'll be watching them tonight. There's their sound, their signal. Looks like a clear start for the Etchells class. So right at the boat at the start was Jose Fuentes in 14:05. As usual, a nice clean start for these guys. They won the second series in this class. This is the first race of the third and final series of the year, so they're going to be trying to defend their title. They're off to a good start. However, they do look a little light here. There's only 2 folks on board there, and they're going to have some trouble compared to these other guys pinning down the Etchells at the end of this race. We've made our way out into the bay where the breeze is up to 15 plus knots, and the J105 class has a very tight spinnaker reach across the Hackett's Point. The class is being led at the moment by the Louis Salveson team aboard Mirage. So it's interesting here on this reach, about half the J105s went with spinnakers and about half did not. I think if you've got a bunch of bodies up on the rail and a good helmsman and a good trimmer, you can really make up a lot of ground here with the spinnakers. However, if you don't have all of the above, it can be a pretty tough ride. And we've caught up with Stray Dog out in front of the fleet and absolutely flying back into the river. So as the stray dog, making at least 15 knots back into the river, heads for home, Monkey Dust, Craig Saunders, also a Series 2 class winner, pushes upwind out into the bay off Tolly Point. We've made our way out into the Chesapeake Bay in the vicinity of Tolly Point, where this PHRF fleet is rounding the turning mark and heading for home. Pretty interesting scene out here. A very strong outbound tide combined with a thriving southerly breeze and some big swells make for boat handling at a premium tonight. So Zybinger followed by Monkey Dust bow to stern and Aunt Jean just behind them. Love watching the Aunt Jean out here. They always do well. It's a popular boat. They brought a cast of thousands tonight, which is going to be great in this big breeze. So after rounding that Tolly Point mark where the swells are really building up, the fleet sets the spinnaker for the long port jibe into the harbor. We've made our way back to the Severn River where the breeze is a little bit more moderated. We've caught up with Mirage, who has led the J105 class wire to wire. These guys were able to hold their spinnaker up on that close reach, some great crew work, and now they have a comfortable lead in the class turning into the harbor. So as Mirage settles in for the long port slant into the harbor, second place to this point is Better Mousetrap, but at least 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes behind, which is going to be difficult to make up as they go into the harbor. Not a lot of passing lanes. So after a little white-knuckled spinnaker reaching on out in the bay here, things are positively tranquil here at Nun 8. The fourth J105, Santa's Reindeer, rounds and heads in, followed by a fairly thick pack of them just astern. So nice tight mark rounding here between two boats who are always up on top of their respective classes. The Saunders aboard Monkey Dust and Aunt Jean, Sagerholms. These guys have both won their classes in the second series, and here they happen to be rounding back. Aunt Jean taking a little hunk to windward there to try to clear their air off Monkey Dust. Just astern, and a couple more J105s coming through here. Breakaway and Doghouse. These are two of the boats that were over early back at the start. Both have been picking their way through the fleet. Doghouse seems to have a little bit of a halyard issue there, and now she's coming down. This is always one of the better sailed J105s, so no panic. Get that spinnaker under control. Helmsman Arthur Libby keeps her pointed towards the harbor and going fast the whole time, and the crew gets the spinnaker under control, and they're making their way back in. We are back inside of Spa Creek where the fleet is sailing upwind in this nice warm southerly headed for the finish. So deep inside the harbor here, we've caught up with Ray Wolf out in front of the J70 class. They have to tack to starboard to clear the boats at the yacht basin, but they've got a solid lead here in the J70 class. We're going to try to track them all the way through the finish line. So Ray and Jen Wolf going to take the gun here in the J70 class. Great night on the water for them. Hey, we're back ashore at the Annapolis Yacht Club all day long. There was no wind, pouring downpours, thunder and lightning off in the distance, and the skies cleared. It turned into an absolutely perfect Wednesday night race. A classic, really. Big southerly breeze, 15 to 16 knots, steep waves out there, a nice long spinnaker run into the harbor. It was a beautiful night for sailboat racing in Annapolis. Hey, we're going to be back next week. On behalf of T2P, the Annapolis Yacht Club, and the Boatyard Bar and Grill, I'm Dave Gandell. Thanks for watching.